Hello! Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word. These days, typing is very important. People type emails, messages. Typing is sometimes more important than writing. So knowing how to use Microsoft Word and using it to type in English is very important. Let's start by opening Word. Now that Word is open, we'll open a new document. The first thing we're going to do is set the margins. That's the part of the paper that doesn't have any writing on it, on the top, left, right, and bottom of the paper. We can do that by going over here and clicking this. And we're going to set custom margins. Standard margins are 1 inch on all sides of the paper. But because we're in Japan and we don't use inches, we have to do it in millimeters. That's going to be 25.4 millimeters on all sides. So we'll change all of the sides to 25.4. And we'll do it over here too. And here. And here. And press OK. Now our margins are set. Next, we're going to put in a header. We can do that by going over here and clicking Header. We'll just do the standard header. Now, we want the header to be on the right side of the paper. So we'll go to Home and move the font to the right side of the paper. Also, standard font for English papers use the font called Times New Roman and a size of 12. In our header, we're going to start by putting our name, enter, and the date. Ooh, look. It says if I press enter, then I can automatically enter the date. Let's do that. And next, we'll put in the teacher's name and the day and the time. Alex, Friday, 5:30 to 6:30. Now we're finished with the header. To exit the header, we can just double-click right here. Next, we'll put in a title. Titles usually go in the center of the paper. We're also going to have to change our font back to Times New Roman 12-point font. And we'll put in our title. Enter. Now for the rest of the paper, we're going to want to move it back to the left and change the font once again to Times New Roman. And let's also double space the paper. We can do that by clicking here and changing it from 1 to 2. Now, every time we press enter, it'll skip one line. This makes the paper a little bit easier to read. One more thing to do before we start writing the paper is to make sure we indent every paragraph. We can do that by pressing the Tab key on the left side of the keyboard. Now, we can start writing right here. This is the beginning of my paper. Looking good. One more cool thing about Word is it automatically counts how many words are in the paper. That shows up right here. In this paper, we have 9 words so far. You can use this to help you see how many words you need if you have a word requirement for your paper. That's the basics of Microsoft Word. Good luck and have fun typing.